Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and today I have something super awesome to show you. Today I'm going to be running Pokemon TCG's new sim. This is not official, or simulator. This is not an official simulator, but it is made by XX Michael Long, or someone. You can find there, you can like look it up. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. Right now, I mean, it kind of does. It's really awesome that they made this, but what really matters is what it does and what it doesn't do as well. The reason is I'm showing this off. One, it's pretty cool. It doesn't do anything groundbreaking, and it has some mild glitches, and it's not complete. And there's also a tutorial, which you can find here. I'll just link the website here, which gives contact information, although not much. It's just a Twitter account, unfortunately. It doesn't have like a Discord server either. If anyone knows of the Discord server, tell me that. Actually, message me through Discord on my Discord server. You might be able to comment down below, but I wouldn't really recommend that. YouTube gets unhappy to the point where I might not even see your comments. Sometimes it like just deletes comments randomly. Yeah, if you know that server, contact me through Discord, and then I can be happy to share that. And then also, but yeah, mainly this is the page. It has links to all the stuff you need. So you can play as one person, two person. You can play against yourself as well. Unsurprisingly, playing against yourself is a little weird, but it will be what I'm going to do in this video. I'm not going to play a full game. I'm just going to play parts of a game and kind of just like mess around with some stuff. This tutorial is moderately useful, but honestly, most of it is pretty intuitive, except for the stuff that's not, which is not explained in the tutorial. So yeah, two person versus one person. Yeah, so there's a chat. Actually, I could show off two person, and I think I will. So let's see. You can actually, I don't know, it works about how you'd expect. So you create a name for yourself. So I'd be obviously like 10 types. Then a room ID, you can generate some room ID. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, and then you say join room, and now you're in the room, and you can do the same thing just again. So then the other person would go in, and they'd be like 10 types 2, and then they join the room. Obviously, I left the room, but the other person would still be there, and then you just play. It's pretty straightforward, and it works the same as one person. Essentially. So there's these two modes, dark mode and light mode. They're exactly what you'd expect. There are shadows in light mode, but they're kind of weird. This shadow's on this side and here as well, but then the shadow's on the other side. I guess I mean, there are reasons for shadows to be like that, but let's be honest, like not really. So it doesn't really matter though. I do think dark mode a bit more. Aside from that, let's import some decks. So you can have a main deck and then an alt deck. So like the other person, I guess this red person's deck. And so you can get a random deck. This supports it supports the newest current English standard cards, I believe. I don't know if it supports Japanese standard cards. I haven't tried that. I'd recommend importing lists from a Limitless, importing from Live might work, importing them from RK9 might work, importing them from Untap probably won't work. I don't know. I'd just say use a Limitless or play Limitless. That is a very reliable site to import, I believe. Any importing should work. Someone said that it didn't, though. But I have not had any issue, assuming the cards are... Well, even if the cards are old, like too old, it will just... it'll put them in the deck. It won't, like, show them, and it like won't really know what's going on, but it will, like... It won't crash, which is good? I don't know. Anyway, so... But it supports the oldest here is going to be, I believe this is black and white. Oh, no, these are, so it's Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I don't know if it's before Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but say you want the Celebi Mewtwo Terrakion deck. I'll just import that. And there you go, you can see it. The cards are really small. You have to like click on them to zoom in. But here you can see Smeargle. Yay, that's not that interesting, but it's fine. And so you can import a deck. You can just I'll do a random deck. There we go. We got ourselves Kling Clang. No, I don't want to do Kling Clang. There we go. We got a Lugia. No. It's fine. I'll do Trevenant. And the other deck, the alternate deck, do some random deck again. I don't want this. There we go. We'll go with the goat ADP. So now I can control both people, but not exactly. And two players, obviously, you can only control yourself. But you can actually control your opponent some, which is weird. Yeah. So right now you can say set up both. This sets it up for a normal game. 60 cards, obviously, it's what's in the deck. You can have, say, I want in my deck, I want 5 Glaring Multitude. I don't know why this list one's 4, but so you want 45. There we go. boom. Oh, that's the other person's deck. There we go. They've got 45 Glaring Molters Vs, which has put them cause some minor lag. I don't know about lag, but it generate the images instantly. But it's not a huge deal. Obviously, why would you do that? But you could have 4, and you can have more than 60 cards in your deck, and I believe it should work fine. I haven't actually tested it, but you can run with less cards than if you set up both. There we go. We don't have an active hand, so it does not do things automatically. This is the big issue. This is not a replacement for live. It does some things that are super cool, but it doesn't do that many things that are super cool. It does, well, I don't know. It doesn't. It does if you've played Untap, or if you played Tabletop Simulator. Tabletop Simulator is very similar, not free though. Limitless also has a simulator. I guess the Limitless Simulator, calling it a simulator is super bold by them. It doesn't you can't play against anyone. As far as I know, maybe they've added to it, but the Limitless Simulator is not really much of a simulator. But this is very much like Untap. This is kind of what Twinleaf was promised to be, except this actually came out. Twinleaf, there was some talk about it, and there's some more talk about it, and then they kind of stopped talking about it. And then if you ask anyone, they'll say it's coming soon, and which doesn't really mean anything because that's what they said the whole time. But this is just something that just popped up, and it's really cool. I don't know all the details behind it, but I do think it is cool. So anyway, then say I want my hand to be I want my board to be bigger. You can do it like this. Oh no. Oh yeah, okay. So the thing's all here. I've somehow lost the board, except for the stadium slot. You can still see stadiums. Okay, there we go. Well, there we go. We'll grab this pack. There we go. And so you can see the amount of cards in your deck. And is that centered? Does not seem centered. I'll just go like this. So you can see the amount of cards in your opponent's deck and in your deck and your discard. And this is the lost zone. You can use GX and V-Star powers, but it's not like you can undo them as well. So a lot of this stuff is very free form. I can see my opponent's hand. I can turn this off if I want as well. But it's revealed here. But if you're 2 players, you can just look at your opponent's hand whenever. They will know that you look at it, but they can't stop you. It's not like a huge issue, obviously. Don't do it. If you're playing if you don't want that to be happening, obviously don't do that. It's not really, you can't really do it by, well, actually, can you do it by accident? No, okay, yeah. So it's hard to do by accident. Actually, so there are a lot of hotkeys. There's a bunch. There's these. They're a little awkward in my opinion, but they are there. There's also something called the board, which is this area. So this is where you play cards into. Calling it the board is a little weird in my opinion, but that's what it's called. So I'll actually reveal this hand again. So I quote set up both earlier. You can always look at your prizes. Oh wait, no, you need to reveal them, and I guess the other person can also see them. So I don't know if it's possible to look at your prize without the other person, but this is very new as well, so there are a lot of issues that are hopefully going to be ironed out in the future. For example, I tried it with the Team Flare Gear tool cards, which are tool cards you attach to your opponent's Pokemon, and those don't work, or you can't use them. Stuff is not as it really coded in here, so if I play a card, nothing happens. I mean, the game's not even started yet, but nothing happens. So anyway, so I gotta do a mulligan, so I guess I'll do that. In order to do that, you can do this, shuffle your hand into the deck, and then draw 7. There aren't really counters. Counters are kind of awkward, but it's this person gets to draw a card. There we go. Oh, and they should start as well. They have to start to Dene. There we go. We start Phantom. I could do a coin flip for the start of the game. You can just click this. So anyway, so this player will go first. Let's start a game, and it's pretty straightforward, but you can see here, this hand's so trash. Also, obviously, this isn't necessarily in one format. This other deck, I think, is ADP, right? Yeah, so it's ADP. This is not a newish ADP. I guess it's a newer ADP build, but not obviously, it's rotated. And then this deck is a Trevenant deck with what's a Gengar EX? Oh, it does some damage, and it's a hit and run. That's kind of what I assumed. So I can do this. If I take this, there is no win condition. There's no way to win or lose. Actually, I just realized. That's fine. You can also type stuff in the chat. I don't know if you can do explicit stuff. I haven't tried. Obviously, I'm not playing against anyone either, so it doesn't really matter. And there's this weird Santa emotes or emojis that you can like do, which is kind of weird. Anyway, so you can play. You can be like, oh, I want to snatch, I want to attach this, and then you pass. So did I press plus turn? Yeah, I did. So it started turn one. You could pass, attacking or passing. These don't do anything, which is kind of strange. Then you flip the board, and then you can say draw turn. If I say do it, yeah, okay. So I just took a bunch of extra turns to see what was going to happen, and it does let you take extra turns, which is kind of weird. But anyway, I think this is the right number of cards. You can go here. You can be like, oh, I want to discard my boss, and then discard boss, and then so you play this into the play area. And as you saw, the card got attached as well. So the energy will get attached. You can do the float stone. For some reason, dragging cards around on your opponent's side of the board gets all weird. I'm not sure why. I think it has to do. I honestly don't know. But anyway, so tools are behind special energy. So while almost nothing is coded in, it does know it's a tool, it's a Pokemon, it's an energy, which is kind of interesting. I don't know exactly how it knows that and why it knows that, but it knows essentially nothing, but it knows slightly more than nothing, which is kind of weird. And so it has a very small automation. So anyway, so I'll discard this, and so this will be in like the play space. This is how you do it physically, and this is how live does it as well, but you don't like control this area very much. Live will actually do things slightly differently. So I guess I should discard this boss, but these cards, when you press enter, go to the discard. So I'm actually going to take them back out. So some stuff's a little unintuitive, but nothing's like awful. So I'm going to grab a Pokemon, and I'll grab the goat ADP. I guess I'm going a second, so I close this. I need to press enter as well to discard those. Then we can Crobat for 3. So you can press the 3 on your keyboard to draw that many cards. That was bad. And then you Marnie. Then you can do shuffle your hand into your deck, which I did before to the mulligan, but now I can shuffle to the bottom. It'll ask how many you want to draw. So you'll draw 5. And then you can do, in order to do it for your opponent, you can't do it like that. You can't just do it. So you need to switch over to their side and then shuffle your hand at the bottom, then draw 4 for Marnie, and then switch back. And then I think if I press enter, oh, so it switches back to the person's turn it is. No? I'm not really sure what enter is doing. Oh, no, maybe because I had this selected. Yeah, so enter will also redo the thing you've selected, probably based on browser. But so enter will clear the discard pile, as you saw, but not on yours. So if I play this here, pressing enter doesn't do anything. But there we go. I did it. The browser's doing stuff. Anyway, I will play that card and, grab like whatever. Actually, no, I won't. That seems bad. It doesn't really matter. I'm obviously not playing seriously. I'm against myself. Aside from that, there's not too much more to go on with the gameplay. It's pretty straightforward. If you take prizes, you just take them. We go prizes. Oh, it automatically sticks them on this side of your hand. I'm assuming if I take all my prizes, I don't just win. Yeah, okay. So the game can keep going on once you've taken all your prizes, which is fine, I guess. I cannot draw my opponent's cards. So if I put this card from my opponent's cards onto, I can put it onto their bench, but if I want to put this onto, and I can put it on their active, but I can't put it on my bench. So, and same the other way. So if I put my card on my opponent's bench, it'll go to my bench. So that's kind of weird. Like if I put it into their hand or their prizes, it's going to my hand or my prizes, which is kind of weird. Stadiums. Let's see. So this is just stadium. So you can't put multiple cards here. Let's see. What if I have this? Can I move? So those cards are attached. Move to the stadium, and now it doesn't know what to do with this card. So I guess it wants to discard it. I mean, you shouldn't really be sticking Pokemon in the stadium slot, but the idea is freedom. So it's a little, I mean, it's weird. I mean, yeah, why are you putting Pokemon with energy attached into the stadium slot? In terms of Lost Zone, again, if I put stuff in my opponent's Lost Zone, it goes into mine. You just highlight it in red or blue, and you can do dark mode. You can hide containers as well. This will not hide the Lost Zone. That is important to note. And the container will show up once you're hovering over it, which is fine. I think the not hiding the Lost Zone isn't ideal, but it's not the end of the world either. I do think the containers are useful, though. In addition to that, I think that's about it. I showed this two-player thing earlier. Again, there's not too much crazy going on here. A cool thing is, as I said, it has older lists. These are from seasons. let's see. So what's this Gardevoir list looking like? Oh, okay. Did I click the wrong deck? I must have. Oh, that's Charizard. Okay, let's see what the Charizard list is looking like. So I'm gonna import this and see what we have here. So this does play new cards. And now I'll grab another Charizard list or import something else. I'll import like a Gardevoir list, and I want to see what this runs. Or like Giratina, like Lost Zone Box. What is in this? So this is a newer list. So I guess it doesn't have like a re-rotation. Like what is this deck? So this is um what is this deck? Like I feel like it should play quick. So this is also post rotation. Um, so it says this is what year? This is no 22 to 23 should be pre-rotation. It only has a few random decks. Like they're not really right. I guess. Oh no, these are 23, 24. The rotations kind of changed throughout the years. So I mean, you can go to Play Limitless and import your own decks. It has some fun old lists, but if you want more old lists, you need to find them yourself. So you're like, oh, I want to play Greninja. What's this Greninja list looking like? So this one runs, you can see it runs Octillery, it runs Tapu Lele, and then you're like, oh, I want this other list. Oh, it like opens up too many tabs. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it opens up extra stuff, but so you want a different Greninja list, like an older Greninja list, or yeah, Greninja. Where is it? This is a newer Greninja list. But then is this the oldest Greninja list? This might be, yeah. So then you can be like, oh, there we go. I got an older Greninja list, but there aren't that many lists. There's only like a few lists from each year, which isn't a ton. So I'm sure you can look around. You can ask honestly in my Discord server as well. I won't be able to help as much with this older stuff, but I can certainly get some lists. And you can look around the internet. It looks like there's 8 for that year. There's not a ton. Some of these are cool. Like, is this the Worlds deck? Like, what's this Mewtwo Mew? Yeah, this is not the Worlds deck. I don't think. Or maybe it is. I honestly don't remember. I should probably know this stuff a little better. I am like a professional after all. No, I'm not. Once it subscribe though, once it reaches to 1,000, I will be a professional. Not really, but I will make some money. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to introduce it. If anyone wants to play this with me or play it in my Discord server, like play with someone else, join my Discord server. I'd be happy to play it with you. Probably I would like to record it, but I'd be very happy to play it. Because you can do different. You can do GLC online, and I think this is the best way to do GLC. I can't think of a better way. Obviously, it's in person, but I consider it more niche. Obviously, it is very popular in IS, so I've done it recently since, you can't do it on live or PCGO. You can do standard GLC on live. You can't do anything on PCGO. But yeah, I think it's an interesting development. I think it has the potential to be something great. I don't know though. I think it's clearly it's done what Twinleaf hasn't been able to do, which is well, exist. I don't know what issues Twinleaf has gone through. And this is also, I believe, done by only one person, and Twinleaf is, I think, also being only done by one person. I think there are different people. Someone left, and then the NTDM himself doesn't program. And then I think the team's being split up. There's like a team of 2 people that's being split between different tasks. So I think it's actually only one person on each thing, which of course I understand takes a while to make, but they kind of hyped it up and then didn't really give us updates. There were some updates. Anyway, this isn't about Twinleaf. This is about PTCG Sim, which also, in my opinion, is a super boring name. I hope they change that. Honestly, the whole thing looks a little boring. Not bad. I mean, it's not a bad name. It's a good client, but it has room for improvement, and I think it will improve as well. I think now that it's out, it'll be played, and then people will give feedback, and then it'll improve. So we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'm excited to see you next time. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Also, if you want me to see me play this, I actually did a live stream recently where I played it. But as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video. Subscribe for more, like, comment, all that good stuff too.